And welcome back to the Great Dane Restoration. Sorry it's been so long, it wasn't running, so I finally got it running. It's still not running well, but it is running, so I can move on. And for anybody that's new to this project, I've been working on the deck. That's why the deck isn't on there, and I'll get to that in a second, just for review. But we're going to start working on the chassis now. For quick review, this is a 2006, it might be a 2005, Great Dane Super Surfer 52, originally with a Kawasaki 23, and that engine is gone, it blew up, and this is a Briggs, it says 27, but it's probably a 23. But it doesn't have very many hours at all on it, it's just aging here in the yard. I think it only has like 35 hours on it. And it's running poorly. There's something I'm just not doing right with the governor. But I can at least get it running, so the point is that if I get it, you know, the new component parts on there, it will move. And that is what I'm going to be working on. For a quick review, if you remember, this wheel motor had stripped its key and its key shaft, and yeah, you see there, it's a absolute mess there. And I didn't know if there was any way to replace just the shaft in the wheel motor, so got a whole new wheel motor, and it is going on today. So I'll be pulling those lines off, draining all the fluid out, take this wheel motor off, put the new wheel motor on, and then I'll be able to put the wheel on, the wheel and tire, which have been sitting over here for like a year. And then, theoretically, I'll be able to drive it. Anyway, let me show the deck real quick. Okay, the deck I keep in my shed because it's all completely restored and ready to go. If anybody wanted to see... Hold on a second. There we go. If anybody wanted to see the actual restoration of this, that is the first 3 or 4 parts of this whole series. And I showed it all. This has got all new spindles, a couple of new pulleys, new paint, everything. And yeah, the whole thing is going to be orange when it's all done. So this is just a quick review to show that the deck is done. And just waiting for the chassis, and then we'll put it back on and maybe mow. Anyway, back to the chassis. Okay, so here we go. Sorry to fast forward a little bit. I was busy and wasn't filming. I've changed the motor out, and as you can see, I've got the brand new one sitting there. Look at the difference between the two. Got the nice brand new shaft and the new key set in there the way it's supposed to be. And then the old disaster. Yeah, my neighbor's mowing. It is a nice sunny day here in Florida. Look at this. I think it's like 80 today. Anyway, I have successfully changed the motor out. I didn't lose too much fluid, just basically what was in the lines. And I think the main fluid is going to come out of the, let me come around here. It's going to come out of the tower there, reservoir tower. I'll pull the bottom off of that and drain the tower, and then right back in there, you've got the, I can see that better from the other side. You've got the filter. And I'll be replacing that. I've got a new one sitting right here. And there is the new hub. I wish I had saved the old hub. I thought I did. But the old original hub was not even half that thick. These new hubs are just super thick. And the old hub had a crack in it. It's probably in one of the previous episodes. So anyway, got a brand new castle nut. I'll put the hub on, and gosh, I'll put the wheels on for the first time in a long time, and I'll drain the tower and put the new filter on. So that's next. Alright, finally got the hydro oil filter loose. As you can see, it was a little bit of a fight, but look what we got. Skag! I told you it was a Skag. I don't think that is the original one. I think they just put a Skag one on there. Anyway, moving on. Okay, quite a bit better. Look at this. Nice. Now if I just can find a cotter pen, I'll finish that off and put the wheels on. Over here I've got the new filter in, and yeah, I filled it up with oil, and so that kind of gives it a head start. Now I'll fill up the reservoir and put the wheels and tires on, and gosh, getting there. Okay, here we go, the moment of truth. Everything's together, everything's ready. Theoretically, it might move. I've got my tripod all set up over here. And cross your fingers, see if it works. Okay, so what on earth is keeping it from moving? This is funny. These what are these called? These little arms that hold the back of the deck steady. Yeah, they're anchoring. I've got to tie those up, and then we'll try this again. Alright, and there it is in the front of the house for the first time in a long time. And yeah, as you could, you probably noticed, it's running poorly. And it's just something to do with the governor. It's a setting. I'm going to keep on working on it, and we'll see what's happening. As you can see there, I tied up those control arms so that they wouldn't be stopping me. But yeah, don't worry so much about it. You're probably cringing seeing me come on the side with the sun. Cringing seeing me driving around with these so screwed up, but all of this is getting replaced. The wheels, the tires, the forks, the bushings, all of this, these arms, from these arms down, this is all going to be brand new. So it doesn't matter what happens to them here today. All the pulleys and everything underneath for the hydro pumps, that's all getting replaced. So what we're going to do here today with the rest of the day, as you can see, it is disastrously dirty, and we are going to clean and clean and clean. All this oil, by the way, oh yeah, I overfilled the reservoir. Anyway, all of this oil down here that's all over the place, all over the chassis and caked up, that's from the previous engine. it, like I say, it basically overheated, both heads warped, and everything went wrong. But, you know, we're going to make it look quite a bit better here today, right as the sun goes down, but I'll try to get it filmed and get this video up. And then later on, we'll paint it orange. Anyway, so we're going to wash it now. Okay, so that was a real mess, but as you can see, it cleaned up pretty good. You know, for a 12, I think it's a 12-year-old mower, 11 or 12 years old. And, you know, when you get up close though, it definitely needs paint. But let me come around to the front. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, just leave it yellow, but the deck is already orange. I'll tell you what I probably will do though. This area in here, you can remember how dirty that was a second ago. It seems like a second ago, but for me it seems like an hour ago. But that is all nice and clean now. I will probably leave that area in there yellow, because there's no reason to paint that, and it would be very hard to paint that. But at least everything's clean, I can see everything now, and I can continue. So the next step is going to be to do those hydro pump pulleys up underneath the pumps. One right under there, and one right under there. And because the bearings are completely shot on those. And so that will have the hydro system completely done. Let's see, the deck is done. After that, it will be the casters, front wheels, and the forks, and the bearings, and everything like that. But, you know, honestly, I'm seeing maybe one more episode. No, it's going to be 2 more episodes because of the paint. So there'll be 1 more episode for repair and replacement parts, and then another one for painting, and then it'll be done. So anyway, thanks for watching. If anybody's wondering what on earth's going on, if they're new to this, go back and watch all of the other episodes of this restoration, and you'll see the nightmare I went through on the deck. But anyway, yeah, sorry it took so long to get there's been a lot of people asking me for an update on this, and I don't know. Oh yeah, that was the thing. It wasn't running right. It's still not running right, but now I'm just rambling and rambling and rambling. Thanks for watching, everybody, and y'all have a good day. Oh yeah, I forgot one more thing. There's a channel called I Like to Mow. He also likes to repair things. And so I'm going to leave this here for 20 seconds, and I'm going to put an end screen so you can just click on it and head on over to his channel and check him out. Alright, have a good one.